Welcome to the Downtown Kentucky podcast.
That's right.
We're back again. You thought we wouldn't make it this far, and that's a fair thought, but we did.
Here we are, still doing it.
Still just keep on, pushing through, making content.
Yeah,
That's just how I feel at this point in life. We're all just pushing through, making content. I'm just kidding.
the life of a small streamer,
Ugh, just pushing through. I guess we have to make content.
Ah, jeez.
Ah, cool. I love that Twitch isn't loading on my tablet.
Admittedly, I am a little bit burnt out working a full-time job and then to streaming as well.
Well, don't be.
But we pushing through.
Yeah, we are, baby.
You guys.
Oh, no, where's the... Oh, no. Oh, no.
You can see two white guys give their opinion every Monday.
Yeah.
Because we know deep down that's exactly what you're looking for.
That's what everyone wants.
Ooh.
Let's open...
Middle class
Open
guys
this.
from Texas.
Open this. Oh, no. Oh, no. Chris,
Oh.
oh, no.
Oh, jeez, what's going on?
Oh, gosh, my tablet is being stupid.
Ah, jeez. Oh, wow.
Oh, no, I don't have Twitch chat right now.
Oh,
there we go. I think I have it now. I think I have it. Okay, that was the awkward little opening of the podcast there. Let's just, I think it's time to just jump right into our first story then.
All right, let's do it. Coke is doing things again. Why? Why are you?
Oh,
Please
gosh.
stop.
I don't even know how to start. I guess we just give a brief explanation of this new Coke ad. Trying to go...
Yeah.
I should have probably wrote down like a beat for beat what happened, but I didn't.
So Coke finally they've solved world peace.
Yeah. Through Coke and
and gaming.
The Warcraft knockoff.
Yeah. The Warcraft competitive game
It's the Warcraft movie graphics, but in a game that doesn't exist. Video. I don't get it. Okay, so we open on this trailer, and there's
Yep.
There's a bunch of people in like this esports competition playing this weird MMO competitive game.
Yeah, it's very much like a League of Legends, but if someone just was like, I want to make all of the characters World of Warcraft characters.
But also, like, it didn't look like League of Legends in like the way it was presented.
Yeah, there's way too many players to be playing League of Legends.
And also, like, it was very much like a very 3D, like, way too low environment to be that kind of like the camera, like where it would be. It didn't make sense, is my point.
Right.
Anything.
I can tell you that the people who made this
are big gamers.
Commercial
right?
did not understand video games or esports.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, I know they were pretty spot on, So yeah, the point is,
I will say, hats off to the animators in this commercial.
That's true. It did honestly. It looked just as good as the Warcraft movie, which didn't quite look good enough to be a movie, but looked great as a commercial.
Yeah, it looks fantastic as a commercial.
So yeah, I guess that's the gist. Is it's a weird game that doesn't exist. There's this competitive thing. This girl, she's getting beat, and she like cracks open a Coke, starts to drink it, and then I think we go into her character in the game's mind at that point.
Yeah, the person that she's controlling, he or she, I don't know. They're very androgynous.
That's true.
The person that they're controlling, and the orc is reminded of his family. Then he wake up and go, "I no fight," and he puts down his axe.
Yeah, and he starts thinking of his family and everyone. This is where we start cutting to the world. The world is seeing this.
Everyone is watching this esports competition.
Of course, there's countless streamers who are just reacting to this, like, what's happening? What? And in a couple different languages, to show how global of an impact this has.
Yeah.
It's so bad.
Yeah, because remember, everyone's watching esports.
Because everyone's watching esports, and gosh darn it, Coke is saving the world. And then, we kind of just go through that. We keep cutting back between people reacting and the game world. Get everyone throwing down their weapons now. And there's like at the end of that little part, there's like a wizard that like hits a staff, and the whole world becomes brighter
Beautiful.
And more lively. That's honestly for the most part the gist. Is just this girl drinking Coke saves the world and unites them in love of Coke and esports.
Yeah.
I guess.
Person sucks at video game, gets killed, drinks a Coke, and then the person is like, you know what? I've had a revelation.
Yeah.
Thanks to the sounds of Coke being played through this player's headset, I shouldn't fight.
Yeah.
Instead, peace. So Coke's done it. Finally, we've
They have
solved
done it. They have
the
solved
violence,
all issues in the world.
discrimination.
Now. None of it exists
We've done
anymore,
it.
Chris.
We can just unite thanks to the sounds and feel of Coke.
Coke. Coca-Cola saving the world. One bad decision in
time.
one bad advertisement decision at a time.
Yeah. Yeah. We really thought the Play-Doh hair thing was a
We
choice.
really did, and then it just
And they had
it's getting
spent-
worse.
Easily tens of millions of dollars on this ad because that animation is
Yeah.
like top notch.
Yeah, it's questionable and
That's
terrible.
a 2-minute ad.
It's
That's
a 2-minute
minutes
ads,
of
and
really
it's
high quality
it
animation.
is pure trash, but in the greatest, just beautiful way. I love it. I want more of it. I want a series of this. I want more.
Yeah.
I need more. I
In
need more.
in the Coke versus Pepsi rivalry.
Yes.
Coke is truly one up the.
They have. I just can't wait for Pepsi to like come back with their Pepsi saves the world. Same ones I joke about. I'm about to joke about all Pepsi save the world ad. They already did that with the whole. Was it Kendall or was it? I think it was Kendall Jenner, right? With the handing of Pepsi during like the first.
No, yeah, that's what I was referencing.
Yeah, it just. Have they won that? I don't.
You've solved police violence and discrimination? Coke said, we solved world peace. Unite the
Yeah.
whole world through Coke.
But
And gaming.
yeah, I don't know which one's worse. I feel like if
I
anything,
think this one really takes the cake.
I mean,
Because it wasn't even like they
This
drank
one-
the Coke that made
Oh,
the
that's
orc have
true.
the realization.
That's
It
true.
was the sound of the Coke through the headset.
you're right. You're winning me over. I was about to say I still think I think there is definitely an argument that this one didn't feel as in poor taste, which makes it a little bit better. Why Pepsi might win the worst idea award because it was just in some
Yeah.
of the most poorest, worst timed. They
Pepsi
missed the
did
mark.
really nail the nail
Yeah.
on the head with the timing of
Yeah, theirs was a
Pepsi
very
and
much
police
they
violence.
they didn't read the room. Coke just said, "Hey, we have a crazy ad. Here you go." And I feel like don't get me
Got a
wrong,
really
the Coke
dumb
ad
idea.
is stupid and definitely funnier and more fun. And honestly, I love it more. But I think Pepsi might still, in my mind, edge them out just due to the poor taste nature. And this is not me saying that Pepsi has a poor taste. I was a Pepsi man myself back when I drank soda. So
I am still a strong enjoyer of Coke till this day.
it's fair. I think it's time to move on to our next story. I think we've milked this stupid Coke ad for as much as we can.
Milked one Coke away from each other.
One
Up 2
Coke,
minutes of
we're
it.
one Coke away from each other. Real magic, Chris. It's
One
real magic.
Coke away from ending the podcast.
So our next story, there's a little bit of backstory here, which if you've been on the internet and you're not Chris, you probably know pieces of this story.
Yeah.
So
Austin told me about this, and I was like, "Who? What happened? What's going on?"
So we're going to talk very briefly. I don't want to get too deep into all of the details of it because it's a little bit old news at this point, and it's been talked overdone. Everyone's talked about it at this point. We're late.
awesome.
We're late to the game here, and that's the Gabby Petito case with the whole missing person. Which I guess brief overview. If you like Chris had never heard of this, there was a couple, Gabby Petito and Brian Laundrie, who were out. They were like vloggers. They were traveling. They were in Colorado, I believe, in a van. They were doing a van life thing. They were one of those kind of vloggers in Instagram, all that influencer kind of thing.
What's up, Chewy?
Oh, hey,
Welcome
Chewy.
welcome to the podcast.
We're talking about the Gabby Petito case now because it's an uplifting podcast.
If you don't know what that is, well,
Tune in
'cause
right
I don't
now.
either.
So Gabby Petito, Brian Laundrie, they're doing their vlogging thing. Then she kind of stopped posting, and people who followed her kind of like, that's a little weird. Wonder what's going on there. We find out that he went home without her, and people are kind of realizing, whoa, she's not responding on anything. She's kind of missing. It seems like she's missing, and the few times that she did respond to family after a certain point seemed very like one word vague, like someone might have been using her phone, kind of wasn't her, kind of suspicious. And then right after she gets officially declared missing because she never came back, Brian Laundrie also goes missing out of nowhere. After being home for a couple days, he goes missing once it officially goes that she's missing. And it kind of made a lot of people start pointing fingers, like, oh, that Brian Laundrie, he probably did it. And the internet, which can be great and terrible in some ways about it, decided to make this the thing they cared about. And they actually, for once, unlike a lot of times where they do a lot of damage, sometimes they do damage and follow the wrong clues and really end up wasting like FBI resources by continually telling them, hey, this is it, when it's not. This time they actually helped find the body of Gabby because they followed other people's posts on it became a big thing on TikTok. So other people who were in the area would post videos, and there was another channel that had a GoPro on their vehicle as they were traveling. They were like, hey, we were in the general area the last time they were seen around that time. We'll put it up there. And they found out where the van was, and it actually helped the FBI find her body around where that was. So, props to the internet for once. Sometimes you guys screw it up. This time you did a good job. Props to the internet. And here's the thing. This is a story that about a week or two ago I thought about covering on this podcast. But I was like, it's a little dark and it's a little weird, and I don't know how I feel about the internet's desire to turn this real life ongoing story into a crime podcasty kind of thing they wanted to love, which it felt weird when it was happening, but now it's gone to the point where it's just gone absurd, and we discussed the absurd on this. So the most recent update in the story is Brian Laundrie. He's missing. He's got a warrant out for him, I believe, because he's the number one suspect. So Dog the Bounty Hunter is trying to find him. I guess brief, if you're more recent, you don't know who Dog the Bounty Hunter is. He is if
you're little young.
If you're a little bit younger, Dog the Bounty Hunter is a bounty hunter who had a reality TV show a couple years ago. So, he's really weird. He's a big giant 80s kind of hair, covered in tats. Really big into trying to pray with the people he finds, whether they wanted to pray with him or not. He was a little weird. I believe actually did most of his bounty hunting back in the day in Hawaii, which I feel is why I loved his show, was because I had just left Hawaii at the time. And I was like, wow, I didn't know there was so much meth going on in Hawaii when I was there.
Look at all this.
Look at all this stuff. He's always fighting these guys with ice on him. But yeah, so Dog the Bounty Hunter is looking for him, and it's probably a bad thing, because he, unlike the FBI, whenever he gets a leak, or not a leak, but a lead, he is immediately posting it on the internet, giving Brian Laundrie a perfect amount of time to see that and maybe change course. Because Dog the Bounty Hunter, he's still out there. He's still doing his thing. The one good thing is that Dog the Bounty Hunter made a statement that was kind of a smart statement, because Dog the Bounty Hunter, part of his past is also he used to do drugs and ran to Mexico, I believe, at one point, something like that. So he talked about how that Brian Laundrie, because a lot of people thought, oh, has Brian Laundrie escaped to Mexico? Is that what he's doing? And Dog the Bounty Hunter is there is no way that white boy who can't speak Spanish goes down there and isn't suspicious as crap and then immediately turned in by the cartel trying to get the money for finding him. So it looks like, according to Dog the Bounty Hunter, he's probably not in Mexico.
Well,
but yeah, that's
the one
that is the one upside of Dog the Bounty Hunter being involved. Other than that, it's just oh, okay, yeah, it's 2021. Did you have Dog the Bounty Hunter tries to find a true crime suspect on your bingo card? Because you might get bingo now.
Woo!
That's really the majority of that story. I feel like, unless you have any thoughts on it, I think I'm ready to move on.
I've got nothing else to add to that. I don't know enough about it.
Fair.
But wow, Just wild to me that dog still out there doing what he's doing.
Yeah.
Because, like, he was 50 when he was in that show.
Yeah, he's like 60 now, I think. Which is
Eh,
yeah.
a little bit old to be bounty hunting, dog.
Hey, he's gosh darn it, he's Dog the Bounty Hunter, Chris. He is
I'm
the
sure he's
number
in
one
great
bounty
shape.
hunter to ever have a TV show, I think. Probably.
That sounds right. I wouldn't know.
This would be the point of the podcast where typically I would start ranting about TikTok. If you tuned in for 3 weeks before this, I've ranted about TikTok every week.
He's 68, Austin.
Huh?
Your dog is 68.
Oh my goodness.
He's almost 70.
Time for
That's
dog
crazy.
to hang up the collar, you know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah,
he's a dog,
honestly.
right? He's a literal dog. But yeah, before I was rudely interrupted by these facts
Sorry.
about Dog the Bounty Hunter's age, I was trying to say, this is where we would normally talk about TikTok, and I would yell about how the stupid Gen Z kids are doing something that I don't understand, and I'd sound like a real boomer. But today, I can't do that, because the only TikTok news I found was like the big thing on TikTok right now is like recreating the candy from Squid Game, which like, cool, have fun, I don't care.
Yeah.
There's nothing to make fun of there. Like it's just like, oh, cool, whatever. I didn't watch Squid Game, but cool. They're having fun. Yeah,
Pretty good show.
Yeah, they're having fun making the little candy and breaking it and cutting to a clip of them getting shot. Spoiler.
Uh-oh. Oh, you're going to spoil Squid Game for him.
Oh, sorry. I feel like if you cared about Squid Game, you probably already saw it. Because it's
Yeah,
one of
that's
those
true.
like
You probably
cultural.
binged the whole show.
Yeah, it's one of those cultural zeitgeist things where you found out about it, watched all of it, or you just don't care. Like me, like I might get around to it in a couple of years once no one cares and be like, oh, that was pretty good. Weird.
Yeah, it's the fastest, like most watched Netflix show.
To
At
be
the
fair,
moment?
I actually saw some deep dive talking about that. It is, but also that's like according to that's their own metrics, which includes like as long as it's been watched for 2 minutes, which means someone could have watched it for 2 minutes, turned it off. Because watch hours, it hasn't broken through as high, so people aren't watching all of it as much as some of the other shows out there. It still is huge, and it's a foreign show. Getting even half of what it's getting is insane. Like, it just is. Americans, they're kind of, xenophobic and racist and all that, and they don't like watching stuff that they have to read subtitles.
Yeah, I love it because I watch anime. So.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying that from me, like, oh, I can't believe I said that. But that's a definite thing. That's a definite...
There's definitely a lot of people watching the dub still. I'm
Yeah.
like, you still don't know. You poor, uneducated souls.
But, so normally I would, yell at TikTok, but I can't.
Yeah.
But
Nope.
don't
Just
worry,
do
Gen Z, you did not get off the hook yet. Old man is here to yell at you still.
That's right.
I'm here, and I'm going to yell at you, Gen Z, specifically you hype beasts, or something. I don't understand these words. That's right, we're talking about hype beast culture right now. That's what we're transitioning to. Because there's a more recent hype beast phenomenon is... You say it, Chris, because I'm going to mispronounce it.
In probably the most confusing collaboration ever, Fortnite has partnered up with Balenciaga,
Yep.
which is an Italian fashion company. It's one of those high fashion companies. They're the ones who create the god-awful, ugly sneakers that look like straight-up garbage, but are cool because they're $1,000.
Yeah. Speaking of overpriced clothing, I didn't send you a picture of this, Chris, because you've seen them. They're crap. On the screen now, if you're watching the video podcast version, I have a couple, pictures of some of the items that are being sold. A T-shirt with the Fortnite logo and Balenciaga under it in white font, $500.
Yeah.
For a
Well,
t-shirt.
Austin, you can also get that in red
And white.
and in black. Oh, yeah, and in white
Yes.
with black text.
There's also a jacket, a denim jacket that costs $1,300. That just says that and then has like a list of, I believe, cities under it.
In fairness, the kid modeling the Fortnite Balenciaga shirt looks like he would be a really rich kid who plays Fortnite.
I only have pictures of the items themselves, not the people wearing them. So I sadly am not seeing them. Sorry, video.
Sorry,
audience,
guys, you won't see this on the podcast, but
Go-
I'm gonna send Austin an image in Discord so he can see it.
Okay, I guess I have to go over to Discord real quick and see this. Oh yeah,
Uh,
no, that's about right. Go Google it yourself for that because
ah, yeah.
it's pretty
No,
bad.
you'll get a good kick out of that.
Um, and there's also a hat that's $400 out of stock. The hat's selling like gangbusters apparently. Speaking of things they're selling for way too much as well as they also have the sweater for almost $1,200,
Mm,
also out of stock. And
I had it all.
this is like the peak, in my opinion, garbage of this whole hype beast phenomenon. Like sometimes you'll get like Supreme will occasionally have an item that's not just the word Supreme on a generic item. This is the
Such
most
as a brick.
sure. That's amazing. Yes, the brick. Respect to
The
the brick.
supreme brick. I'm gonna build a supreme house, baby.
Yeah, but for like $10 trillion.
Yeah, you know,
But yeah,
for the culture.
this shirt, it's literally like the most simple logo on a simple shirt. You could recreate this for maybe $10.
Well, Austin, it's organic vintage jersey,
Okay, I'm sorry. Then if you want to go real crazy, $50 if you buy a really expensive shirt to put your iron on.
but it's made of 100% cotton.
That's all shirts.
Yeah, there's, but it's got the Fortnite artwork embroidered at front and back at 2021 Epic Games Incorporated.
It's so bad. It's all of it's so bad. It's
There's
just so
just
weird.
no
I
reason.
don't get it. It's I feel like there's gonna be people who buy this who don't even care about Fortnite, which who cares? Fortnite sucks, but
Yeah,
but there's gonna
Fortnite
be
is
people who
trash.
do that. Like, I remember me and Chris were talking about this story a little bit before the podcast, and I mentioned how like Kendall Jenner, I believe it was Kendall, it might have been Kylie. I'm sorry if you care. Uh,
Yeah.
one of them wore like this NWO Wolfpack shirt, which is I'm a huge wrestling fan, and NWO Wolfpack was a group, pretty cool, faction from the 90s that I am sure whichever Jenner wore it has never seen or heard of. But she bought it some like fancy boutique and it was a thing. It's like, what? Why? Why is she wearing this? Why is this being covered by news sites and stuff?
I,
It's just, I don't get hype beast culture. I don't get the let me pay way too much for a word on a shirt. It just,
yeah. Balenciaga, baby.
yeah, fancy clothing that looks like crap.
At least with their shoes, they're making something unique. It's ugly as sin.
Yeah.
Uh, but it's not cotton T-shirt
Yeah.
with word on it.
Here's the thing: if it
The
didn't
end.
say Fortnite and it wasn't $1,000, I kind of like the like white word on a black sweater look. That looks cool. If it was like $50 and it didn't say
Yeah,
Fortnite.
or $40.
Yeah, if that was a Thrasher sweatshirt, I'd be down. That's it
Oh,
for that. Oh, what?
hello. Gaming is lit,
Oh,
and also Baby Yoda is God.
oh.
Welcome to the.
Okay.
I gotta be honest. I don't know if that's relevant to Balenciaga.
You should go
Fortnite.
contact Brian Laundrie. He needed that information because he did not do a great job.
No, apparently not.
We're gonna head back over to just the not picture one. We're gonna talk about our next topic, which
Yeah, I'm
Mr.
down.
Gox, I believe is how it's pronounced, the crypto
Mr.
hamster.
Sure.
Yeah. That's it. Now moving on. Moving right along. No. So Mr. Gox.
Ah, yeah.
Okay.
That's copy pasta.
Okay. Cool.
Classic.
Hey, what I mean? We're making it, Chris.
Yeah, we got copy pasta in the chat.
Yeah,
We're
that's
basically giant
crazy.
streamers now.
Should I ban them? No, I don't care.
We can't afford to ban anybody.
I'm pretty sure I can just like click on them and kick them.
Oh, I mean,
Yeah.
probably.
I'll time them out.
Oh.
No, that's too much work.
So anyway, Mr. Gox the crypto hamster.
All right, so yes, Mr. Gox the
Tell me
crypto
about him,
hamster.
because I don't know anything
Sorry.
about Mr. Gox.
So Mr. Gox is a hamster. Who have you ever seen like little backtrack? You ever seen like those times where it's like the animal does this predicts this thing because they give it like 2 bowls to eat out of, and whichever bowl it eats out of is the one that's gonna win the Super Bowl and stuff like that. Like, that's a thing they do a lot with.
Groundhog Day. Yeah.
Sure, I mean Groundhog Day is a much bigger version, but of the same principle of the animal did the random thing. Whoa! And this is just another one of those, but the reason
Is
it's
he like a real physical hamster?
oh, 100%. It's a hamster. It is a hamster
Oh.
that. So the way the setup is, he has a wheel in his room, his cage, that he moves, and it'll land on a stock, like a crypto around like one of the cryptocurrencies they have listed, and then it'll either go to sell or buy. It has these sell or buy tunnels, and whichever one it goes in, you're supposed to do. And as stupid as this sounds, somehow, which I guess just shows the volatility and kind of stupidity
of
investing into cryptocurrency, is this hamster is doing amazing. He is like doing better than Warren Buffett at cryptocurrency. Like Warren Buffett, who knows what to do with his money, isn't like, or his estate. I'm sure he's probably not actually making every decision, but you get the point. And there was a list of
it's outpacing Bitcoin.
yeah. This hamster is doing amazing at everything. Yeah. And it's a hamster just picking, because it's just picking randomly, basically, which tunnel to go in. And it shows how volatile crypto is and how it's not that smart to invest in crypto. I'm sorry. I hate to say it. You do you.
I don't. You're dumb. I'm sorry.
Chris, stop it. You're gonna stop it. Stop it, please. If you want to invest in crypto, be my guest. Have fun. But just understand that it is such a volatile market that a literal hamster is
you will
doing
be
better.
beaten by Mr. Gox, the crypto god.
This hamster! It's a hamster! Is doing better! Oh gosh, that's really the whole story. There's not much about it other than just it's a cute little hamster that's doing better at crypto sales than Warren Buffett. He's worth more than Bitcoin right now. Like, it's crazy.
Yeah, you know what happens if you sneak up on a hamster and you scare them too much? They die.
Oh, okay, yeah.
They have heart attack and they die. And this hamster is currently outpacing Bitcoin.
Yeah. So that's the point, is invest. If you want to invest in crypto, go follow Gox the crypto hamster, because honestly it sounds like it's your best bet right now.
I mean,
follow what he tells you to do. And honestly, actually,
really
with the way stocks and crypto works, honestly, if more people start doing what Gox tells them to do, it will literally change the market. Because if people follow, that means now it is getting pumped when he goes in, and it literally
and I'll tell you what,
you
may know how to pump, but a hamster certainly does not know how to dump.
Yeah, they do. They poop all the time.
Oh. Yeah, that's a valid point. Never mind.
Yeah.
Mr. Gox is the ultimate pump and dumper.
Yeah, he's the best. Follow Mr. Gox. And I'm also going to follow Mr. Gox, and I hope we get a huge audience soon that takes my advice to follow Mr. Gox so I can make it big.
In the world of crypto.
Yeah. So then we have our next story. We're going to move on. Moving right along to more animal news.
Just what everyone wanted.
I guess this is where we should... Do you want... I mean, like... I don't know what I'm saying. My brain's breaking. This story is just weird.
I don't know where you're going with it.
Everyone knows Shakira, right? Shakira, her hips don't lie. She's a multi-million-dollar musical artist. She's one of the best, I believe one of the biggest Latin artists ever. Like, when it comes to she's one of the best, financially.
Successful.
Yeah, she's a very successful girl. And she was out walking with her, I believe her son. Might have been 2 kids. I don't remember for sure. And she was walking, and out of nowhere, 2 wild boars come out and attack her and steal her purse and run off into the forest or whatever, the wooded area they came from. Wild boars are attacking Shakira.
Do we know where Shakira lives?
Good thing. Portugal right now, I believe.
Okay.
I believe
it was wild boars came out and attacked her while she was on a walk.
Yeah, I believe it was Portugal. I could be wrong. It is a country in Europe. Her husband plays soccer in that European country. I don't remember what country it was off the top of my head.
Doesn't seem
I believe
too
it
hard
was a
to
Spanish-speaking country in Europe. So that, or I guess Portugal's Portuguese. But it is a Latin-speaking country in Europe.
Yeah. Wild.
And they stole her purse. They came out, they attacked her, and stole her purse.
Those classic boar activity.
You know,
Attacking
and
people and stealing their
she
purses.
did get her purse back, and it was ripped to shreds by said boars. You know, I don't know if maybe these boars were on a hit and run attack. I don't know if they were told to do this. I don't know. Maybe who's controlling the boars?
I'm sure they have a bandit ring.
Yeah,
there's
someone controlling these boars. For sure. That there's bigger questions to be asked about why these boars are attacking Grammy Award-winning artist Shakira. What do they know? What lies are her hips not telling that she knows that these boars need the information? Or I guess maybe that crazy guy on Twitter a couple years ago is right, and everyone needs assault rifles for when the wild boars come.
You
never know when he thought 30 or 50 wild boars were going to come and attack his family, but maybe 30, 50 a little high. 2 wild boars might come and steal your purse. So, I guess be on the lookout for wild boars if you are a woman who carries a purse. They are coming for you. Especially
and if you live in maybe Portugal.
And especially if you have a beautiful singing voice. They're coming for you. Aw, dang. That's cold. Chris made for our audio listeners, Chris made a face when I said Shakira had a beautiful singing voice. Chris is not a fan.
She has a very unique singing voice.
Yeah, that's
and she is a very beautiful woman.
That is true.
I don't know if she has a beautiful singing.
Yeah, okay, fine. Moving right along. I don't want to fight with Chris about the artistry of Shakira. So recently, NASA, they had tweeted out, they're like, hey, this old van we've been using since the 50s it might have been 50s, right? When was the first Apollo launch? Is it the 50s?
Sounds more like a 50s.
Yeah, it's 50s, right? Okay.
40s
so since the 50s, when they were using the same silver van to transport them from, I believe, mission control to the launch site, they would use the same silver van. They're like, hey, this van's getting old. Any companies want to partner with us to help take us there? And gosh darn it, a company answered. Oscar Mayer, the Weenie Company. That's right. Hot dogs. Oscar Mayer.
America's wieners.
My lunch meat has a first name, and gosh darn it, it's Oscar.
My bologna has a first name.
Oh, yes. I'm sorry, I don't care.
That's fair.
I thought it was. At first I was thinking hot dog has a first name. No, that's not right. Was it lunch meat? Maybe it was lunch meat, which it was. Bologna's a lunch meat. I'm not entirely wrong.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Oscar Mayer said, "Hey, we'll give you one of our wienermobiles." Which I guess I should have got a picture for our video listeners who might not know what the wienermobile is, but it is a literal giant wiener.
Hot dog.
Yeah, a giant hot dog on a bun. Everything. Go Google it for yourself real quick. I don't have the capability to throw it up real quick though. I'd have to. It would take too much time.
Wienermobile for sale?
But yeah, they offered him the Wienermobile. So far, NASA has not responded, so there is still a chance that NASA is going to use said Wienermobile.
All right, let's go.
Actually, I might be able to real quick. Boom. Wienermobile.
This article.
So yes, NASA is, here, I'll pop this up. Full size image. Come on, make it bigger.
Don't worry, we're gonna make your Oscar Wienermobile dreams come true.
Open link, a new tab. Boom. Oh, this is an Airbnb. Apparently, one of those would turn into an Airbnb. All right, we're switching over to spoilers for our Tournament of Champions. You now know what the category is. Look, that's the Wienermobile. See it? Wienermobile. Crazy, right?
Okay.
All right, that's it. That's all you get.
Oh, okay.
That's all you get. That's the Wienermobile. So yeah, it's a giant van basically that looks like a hot dog, and it's been offered by Oscar Mayer to NASA. We will see if they'd use it. If I find out they did, don't worry, I will update you on a future podcast. If that does become the case, that NASA is carting astronauts in a literal wiener, we will see. But I guess it is 2021 and Dog the Bounty Hunter is still a thing, so maybe it's a possibility.
True.
That's really that story. That's it. It was so absurd. It was such an absurd group of words that I had to share it with y'all. Moving right along to a weird story. A story that I will be reading from a official post or official document
Document.
from the military. Um, let's just start reading it, and rather than trying to explain
Would
what
you
you're
like
about to
me to
hear.
read?
Sure, I would love that.
All right. Between 0100 and 0200, on the 18th of September, 2021, Sergeant Redacted was sitting outside of the administration building of the hangar at Lyokern Airfield smoking a cigarette when an unknown person wearing full ninja garb, to include a katana sword, walked up to Sergeant Redacted. The person wearing the ninja garb stated, "Do you know who I am?" Sergeant replied, "No." The unknown person then asked, "Do you know where my family is?" Sergeant again stated, "No." At this point, the person in ninja garb began to slash at Sergeant, striking his phone and his knee and leg. Sergeant immediately began running through the parking lot, trying to evade the unknown person. Sergeant jumped the fence and entered the admin building. At this point, somebody else joins the fray. Sergeant and Captain began locking all the doors and calling 911. The person in ninja garb was kicking and punching doors and windows. Unknown person left and returned a few minutes later with a large block of asphalt, which he threw through the window of the admin building, striking Captain Redacted in the head. The unknown person then left and was arrested elsewhere. The local police arrived and took statements from involved persons. Sergeant received multiple stitches to the leg, and Captain received multiple stitches to the head. Both individuals are cleared to return to duty.
That's it, really.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's it. Yeah. What the crap? Well, a couple of details that were found out in an article, I believe it was Stripes.com. Source name, I believe it was Stripes.
Okay.
Did a little bit more research on this, and apparently there were in that what did they call it? What do they call the building? It was
The admin building?
the admin building. There was 80 plus soldiers hiding from this crazy ninja. And when the police eventually did arrive, they attempted to use non-lethal rounds on him to no avail. They didn't work on this literal ninja.
Yeah.
And they ended up eventually, the weakness of said ninja was a taser.
Taser.
Taser
Yeah,
finally took him down.
to be clear, for those of you who don't quite understand what a non-lethal round
yes.
is, typically they're rubber bullets.
Yeah. Or sandbags, like little...
Or sandbags.
Yeah. Shot from a gun at someone. These are...
Yeah.
They hurt like crap and typically would slow down or immobilize someone if needed to be used.
Like,
or used
they
improperly.
can also break ribs.
Yeah, and like do serious damage. If you want to know more research about that, sadly you can look into, the riots like last year and find out about all the times they were used wrongly. But yeah, so this didn't stop this ninja though. This man who just he kept going. It took literal electricity to stop this literal ninja. Batman himself, his only weakness is electricity, apparently.
I guess so. Dude, never stop a ninja from trying to find where his family is.
But this guy didn't try to stop him. He just didn't know. I do feel really sorry for the officers involved here.
Yeah.
This guy didn't do anything wrong. This guy was just, he was smoking. Smoking
a
kills.
cigarette. Yeah, well, there's your real lesson, guys.
There's the lesson. Don't smoke. Or a ninja will show up out of nowhere and start chopping up your knee.
Yeah, gonna try to kill you. Jeez, wild.
Oh, that is the end of that story. Actually, I have to go back.
Yeah,
there.
I mean, what else can you say about that?
Yeah,
really?
that's just that story it's just pure craziness, and I love it. I'm glad that overall no one got hurt. These
I mean, they got hurt, but
but they're not hurt. These guys are literally already back.
Injured.
They're already back at work. They're already cleared for duty, which means they were not seriously injured. They were some scrapes, some cuts, some lacerations, but overall they are going to be fine, which is good because it would be a much. I would not be laughing at this story if someone died, because that would be very sad. But no, this story for the most part is just pure chaos. And
also, like, what a story to tell somebody later in life. It's like, oh yeah, I was attacked by a guy in a ninja outfit.
What?
Like,
What'd you say, sir?
Straight up katana. Yeah. I was smoking a cigarette on the in the parking lot on post. People
Yeah.
just ran up and started hacking at me. What? Yeah, wild.
The world we're living in is getting crazier and crazier every day.
It really is.
I don't believe in simulation theory, but more and more evidence is popping up that we are in a game of Sims, and they are just adding in all the mods. Uh,
I found this weird mod pack. Had ninjas in it.
Ninjas, and they brought back Dog the Bounty Hunter for some reason. I don't know, whatever. And
So anywho,
Coke is saving the world.
yeah.
Gosh darn it.
Jokes. I mean, haven't they always been?
That's true. Saving the world by they're trying to tackle our overpopulation issue.
Ah, yeah.
Ooh.
Yikes.
Our next wild story, because that's what we are at this point. We're just weird, wild news stories. I find. We have the vice president of Suriname, which is a small country in South America, right above Brazil. So the vice president there, he owns a soccer team, which that's not that crazy. That happens at times. And
It does.
well, I don't know if they were short a player or if he just decided he wanted to play. He decided to say, "Hey, no, I'm playing today because I own this, and there's nothing really you can do about it." And 60-year-old, I believe, vice president of Suriname didn't do great, but held his own. From what I understand, he wasn't good, but he didn't look like, oh my god, he's gonna die out there. And he was running back and forth. He was doing his part at 60, which good for you, Suriname vice president.
I gotta play this game.
I love this game. Me. We don't need you though. No, please don't. They lost. I believe it was He only played for 40 minutes. I say only, like that's not an insane amount of time. But he played for 40 minutes. He played for 40 minutes of the game. When he left, they were, I believe, losing 0-3. And you're wondering, was he holding them back? No, he wasn't, because the game ended with them losing 0-6.
Yeah, maybe Suriname's soccer team's just not good.
Yeah, maybe. There's also a possibility of some corruption, because he was seen in the opposing team's locker room just giving them money, which is apparently something this guy does. He just loves giving people money. He went over a remote village once in a helicopter, just dropping money on them. He has a lot of money and just likes to give it out to people, which cool, I guess.
Yeah.
Good for him.
I guess so.
So I believe he is suspended from the international soccer or football committee in South America. He cannot play for 3 years.
So sad.
And apparently this is not the first time he's done it either. I don't know statistics about how well he did then, but I believe he did this at least once 10 years ago as well. He played once.
Just really has a love for the game.
He loves him some football. And apparently he's not the best, but he played for 40 minutes at 60 years old, running back and forth on that field. So respect to him.
Yeah. Probably more than I could run.
You give me 2 minutes out there, and I'm like, I quit.
All right, put me back on the bench.
Yeah, I'm done, coach.
Yeah.
All right. We have another story.
On to our next wild, crazy story.
What we do here. There is an artist by the name of Jens Honning,
Sure.
I believe.
Sounds right.
Who, I don't remember the name of the art exhibit he was supposed to make this for, but he was asked to recreate an art piece he had done in the past. He had done this art piece. I don't remember the name. Once again, I'm sorry, I didn't do the best of research here. I apologize. He had previously done an art piece called I don't remember the name of the country, but it was the name of a country, average income, and it was basically a box filled with that country's average income for the year.
Yeah.
It's modern art. It's a little weird. I don't quite get it, but that's what it is. He was asked to recreate, I believe he had 2 pieces that were basically the same idea. It was 2 different countries. He was asked to recreate those 2 pieces again. And he was, provided the money to do so. And, his what he gave back to them was not the same art piece. He decided to do a new art piece,
That's right.
which the picture is right here. You see that is two empty frames, and he
Outstanding.
titles this art piece "Take the Money and Run."
Beautiful.
He kept the $84,000 he was given to put in this art piece that is supposed to go back to the museum at the end of it. Like they were going to take the money out of the art piece when they were done exhibiting it. And he took that money. I mean, I don't know if there's an update on if he's given the money back yet. He probably has. He's an artist. He's not a. He didn't sound like he was actually a criminal. I think he was trying to make a statement. From what I understand, actually, the museum actually thought it was a very funny art piece now. Like, because it's clever. Like, you have to give the guy credit. This is a clever art piece.
That is clever.
Like, take the money and run, and here's two blank art pieces that were supposed to be filled with money. Like, that's pretty great.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
You know, it is much more original than recreating an art piece using
True.
money.
You know, which, I have to respect his artistic integrity for
right.
delivering this art piece instead and keeping the money, because take that money and run, Those are words to live by. I'm going to get that tattooed someday.
Money and run. I'm just a blank board.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's it. Once again, this is kind of a short story. We're kind of wrapping through some of these shorter stories real quick. Speaking of a relatively short story, but Chris, you're a fan of rap, am I right?
One might call me
Chris, as a connoisseur of rap, who is the greatest white rapper ever?
I mean, I don't know about the greatest.
The answer is
most prominent.
The answer is NF, but we're gonna talk about Eminem instead.
Yeah, and the new restaurant he opened in Detroit.
That's right, based off of a lyric from a song from I believe like 2001.
Yeah,
it's Mom Spaghetti. If you've been on the internet, you know it. It's vomit already.
Yeah, he's got Mom Spaghetti
on his sweater already. Yeah, I mean, like, good for him, I guess. It's a restaurant. It's a pop-up. I don't know if it's a pop-up or if it's a permanent thing. I think it might have heard it was a pop-up. But, it's a restaurant called Mom Spaghetti that he's opened, that they only serve spaghetti, mom spaghetti and meatballs, and a sketty sandwich.
Run that by me one more time.
A sketty sandwich.
Perfect.
So it's also known as like carb
made
overload.
By a 4-year-old.
Yeah. It's sketty sandwich. That's Eminem.
Sketty sandwich, man.
Yeah, so okay. I didn't know that's what we were gonna make fun of this for, but that's fine. I'm fine with that. It's fair. It's stupid. I will say, as a mild fan of Eminem, if I was in Detroit, I might check this place out, because besides just having spaghetti, they also plan to have cycling through props from his music videos. I believe right now is I don't remember which music video it's from, but remember his like knockoff Robin costume he wore with the Eminem logo on, like E on it. It was in one of his videos. That's there. I believe some shoes he wore in the Slim Shady video are there. And the plan is to cycle through different, items. That is right. Chewy, his palms are sweaty. Yeah.
That's right.
So it's a restaurant in Detroit. It's got a lot of cool like memorabilia. So if you're a fan of Eminem and you're in the Detroit area, I guess head on down to Mom's Spaghetti. Get yourself a sketty sandwich and tell them Downtown Kentucky sent you. They won't know what that means.
If you're not a fan of Eminem and you just love,
spaghetti.
The Mom Spaghetti
meme. Because that's fair. It is transcended being about Eminem, honestly, at this point. The amount of, like, weird versions and jokes and memes about it, Oh, someone should... maybe it's already happened, but there needs to be a copy pasta of just the lyrics of the song, because, it's pasta.
Hold on. I got you.
That needs to be a copy pasta. Because it's pasta, get it? It's the joke. Haha, funny.
No, I get it.
Haha, funny. That's really all we can talk about on that. He opened a restaurant. It's weird. It's kind of cool, though. I mean, when I saw it, I was like, that's cool. Good for Eminem. Good for Marshall. Good old Marshall.
Oh man, I
What?
can't copy pasta. This copy pasta's got curse words in it.
We don't do cursing. This is a PG channel.
Sorry, somebody else gonna have to do that and drop it.
Well, we're gonna
I
move on
can't.
from Eminem, so you don't have to if you don't want to. Chewy, who I believe is our only active person in chat right now, so
That's fair.
you don't have to worry about Chewy. But we're gonna move on to the movie club. Movie club, it's my favorite. Not really. It's one of I enjoy the segment every week. It's movie club.
It's a segment we
It
do.
is a segment we do on the podcast.
Yeah,
Ooh,
baby.
segment.
Content.
Content. Woo woo. So movie club. If you are new to the channel, a movie club, it's a book club, but for movies, because reading is for nerds.
Reading hurts my brain.
Yeah, I don't like reading. Some would call me illiterate, and they would be right.
I can read. I just don't like to.
I can too. It's funnier to call myself illiterate.
Oh.
Yeah, I know, crazy.
Yeah, okay.
So this week's movie club, we watched Halloween Town, which yeah, because it's this spooky month. Ooh, Halloween.
A DCOM from 1998.
That's right. One of my favorite movies, which I will admit after rewatching, doesn't quite hold up, but
Yeah.
it's still great.
No, it's very hard to imagine that it wasn't a perfect movie.
Yeah, it was perfect. It is a perfect movie.
But it did not age fantastically.
Yeah, it didn't. The acting is kind of terrible.
Corny.
The
There's
plot
a lot of
is not the best. The
like,
dialogue,
eyebrow wiggling.
the eyebrows, the eyebrows are a thing. It's a
lot
good
of
movie.
eyebrows.
I genuinely think it's a fun movie at Halloween. Let's say
fun.
if you need to watch a movie like that isn't a traditional like real scary Halloween movie because you're a wuss like me,
A weenie.
or if you have like younger siblings and you can't watch it with them, you can't
Or
watch
kids.
yeah,
you know.
or kids. You can watch Halloween Town with them, and it's a fun time. I feel like the star of the movie is definitely the youngest sister, which
Yeah.
I forgot her name.
Sophie.
Sophie, yes, good old Soapy.
Soapy.
Sophie. Yeah, it's a great movie. It's a fun time. Me and Chris. This is, I guess, that secondary thing where I tell you about other content we have. What? I'm
Oh my
shilling
God.
in the middle of the podcast? That's right, I am.
Shill.
We have another audio thing. It's a commentary track we do for every movie club. We have movie club commentary. It's over on our Patreon. Don't get scared. All of our stuff on Patreon right now is free. There's free of charge. It's all for just we do it for the love of the game.
That's right.
It's also just the only place that I could release audio without like setting up a lot of work or paying. So
Also, we figured now if we're gonna watch these movies that may or may not be terrible,
yeah,
why not make some content
make
out
a
of it?
bonus content out of it. We have to watch these movies that are fun but bad at best and absolutely atrocious at worst.
Yeah.
We have so it's a commentary track. It's very similar to a Mystery Science 3000, Riff Tracks, Achievement Hunters Theater Mode. There's a lot of different people who have done this before, probably done it better. But hey, if you enjoy us and you're like, hey, I feel like it'd be fun to be their friend and watch a movie with them, this is as close as it's gonna get.
Yeah, that's right. Don't get your hopes up.
Don't get your hopes up.
Instead, watch Movie Club
Yeah,
commentary.
watch Movie Club commentary over at patreon.com/downtown Kentucky. It's free every week. It comes out on Wednesday evening.
And then speaking of movies, what do we got going on next?
Well, there's a special theme for all of good old Halloween month. Well, at least for the first 4, because we awkwardly it's complicated. The timing of this month is awkward because technically the last episode where we talk about Halloween. So we're going to be talking about the next 3 weeks. We're going to be talking about the rest of the Halloween Town franchise. So this upcoming week, we will be talking about Halloween Town 2, Calabar's Revenge.
That's right.
Ooh, spoilers.
Ooh, Calabar's the villain in the first movie.
Revenge. Yeah, it is. Ooh.
Oh,
But yeah, so we will be
revenge.
talking about those for the next 2 weeks. And then we might be doing another spooky movie that we will announce at the end. We might not, just because the announcing it will come out before Halloween and the commentary will come out before Halloween. But the
Movie
actual
club.
us discussing it on the podcast, the movie club segment like this, where we talked about Halloween Town, wouldn't come out till November 1st. So I haven't decided what we're going to do on that day.
I think it'll be fine.
Yeah, we'll
We'll
probably do
probably watch
another
another
Halloween
spooky
movie.
movie.
One last Halloween movie. Scary,
Because us
spooky.
talking about the movie club segment on the podcast for 5 minutes, you know,
Yeah, it's fair.
eh. Do we watch movies live? Uh, no.
No.
So what we do for the movie club
Yeah, it's.
commentary is we record together
Mm-hmm,
while we watch the movie.
mm-hmm. And then we
Uh,
almost immediately, the same day, will put it out onto online, and you can play the audio while you watch the movie.
yeah. So we do like hey, if you're watching along, you start in three, two, one,
Yeah,
and
little
then click
countdown.
play.
You play it with us. It's like you were there live, but you're
Yeah.
not, because just
It's like you're
logistically,
watching a movie with your two very vocal friends.
yeah, won't shut up while you're trying to
Yeah.
watch this movie. Uh, but yeah, just I guess logistically, it just doesn't make sense to do it live because that'd be a very, very niche, boring video to try to put out as a live stream, where you'd have to have the service to watch the movie at the same time as us.
Yeah.
But yeah, I hope you do try it out, Chewy. You'll be the
Yeah.
first, which will be cool.
Would be cool.
Yeah, but yeah, or don't if you don't have the time. That's fine. I understand. But yeah, it's we do that every week. Movie club commentary. Eventually, maybe
Totally
someday
free.
we'll get real good about this part, and it won't take up 6 minutes of us explaining the concept. But for now, that's what we did, and we actually talked more about the concept of movie club and movie club commentary than we did actually talking about Halloween Town. Maybe someday we'll be better at the review portion.
Maybe. Who knows?
But yeah, so in closing for Movie Club, next week, Halloween Town 2, Calabar's Revenge. And if you want to watch that, feel like you're watching that movie with us, it'll be up on Wednesday over at patreon.com/downtown Kentucky.
Oh.
Moving right along to trailer talk.
Chug-a-lug-lug.
Sure.
Here we are.
Yeah, it's trailer talk. This is where
That was a transition.
sometimes we talk about movies, sometimes we don't if there isn't one. And I just kind of Googled, hey, movie trailers, and was like, is there anything cool? And I saw one that was like, oh yeah, I saw this as a YouTube ad. It was different and intriguing enough that I partially want to see it, maybe. And that's the movie Wolf. So you probably haven't heard of Wolf, because I hadn't heard of Wolf until I randomly got a YouTube ad for it.
And I hadn't heard of Wolf until Austin suggested I watch the trailer
Yeah.
for the podcast.
Yeah, exactly. So Wolf is a movie where it looks like in the trailer, briefly to describe the trailer, what we saw is we have this character. I don't remember his name. I don't know if they tell us his name, but he thinks.
Yeah, I don't either.
Yeah, the whole idea of this world they've set up is there are people
have, like-
who feel like they're animals.
Yeah.
I believe they called it
Dissociative species disorder or something
yeah,
like that.
something of that nature, where these people, they believe they're whatever. They're a wolf, like the main title character, or there's a wildcat who seems to be his love interest. But
Yeah.
Wildcats and wolves, they're not allowed to be in love because that's forbidden.
is.
There's obviously some, what am I wording this? There's definitely some themes you can see here where you can kind of say, like, this is one of those movies that's going to try to make a statement, which there's nothing wrong with that. I'm not, like, I didn't say, that kind of came across as judgy. I'm not saying, like, it's like, this definitely feels like one of those movies that's more artsy. They're trying to make a statement. They're trying to tell a story that makes you think about something. And
Yeah.
it's intriguing. I will say that. I think that's my description of this movie trailer is it's intriguing. Go check out the trailer. Maybe you'll find it intriguing too, and maybe you can watch the movie. I might watch the movie. I might not.
Yeah.
I'll probably forget about it by the time it comes out.
Probably.
Yeah. But I am intrigued, and yeah. So that's trailer talk for this week. Some weeks you'll get it. Some weeks it'll be about big trailers that we have tons to talk about. Some weeks it'll be this, where it's, hey, I found this random trailer. That's trailer talk.
Interesting.
Now for what I feel like in the past couple weeks has been definitely our most popular segment. It's a thing that, in very many ways, could almost be a podcast in itself. It is time for Tournament of Champions.
Champions.
Yes. There's the
All
intro.
right. Well, who do we got on the
This
roster?
week we have a Tournament of Champions, DC superheroes. We did Marvel superheroes on the first episode in a shorter version of this segment that honestly we probably should revisit at some point to give Marvel characters their credit. But
due diligence.
yeah, but for now we did a whatever. We're doing DC superheroes now. Let's head on over to the West Coast bracket to break down this bracket before we discuss who should make it forward. We have in the West Coast Green Lantern versus Batman. Martha,
right.
Why did you say that name? Speaking of Martha and Batman, you may be thinking, I see a glaring issue on this list. Where's
Right.
Superman?
Where'd he
Superman
go?
should be on this list and he should win it all. You're right, he would, and it's just not fun.
Yeah. No one cares.
Superman is.
We all know Superman
right. Superman is one of the most
super strong.
overpowered characters ever. It's the same reason why we didn't have Kirby on our mascots one. I feel like there are certain characters that they're unbeatable. Like absolutely.
They're just too OP.
Apparently, as I found out last week, Sephiroth might also have been that, and that might have been a mistake on my part. I am sorry.
Yeah. I mean, I love Sephiroth, but yeah, he's kind of ridiculous.
Well, but so back to the bracket, back to the West Coast. We have this West Coast bracket. This one it feels like it's taking place in San Fran, Tokyo. That's for my Teen Titans fans. We have Nightwing versus Cyborg.
Did we say Green Lantern versus Batman?
Yeah,
yet?
I started with that, and then I talked about how like Martha. Why'd you say that name? Speaking of Martha and Batman, Superman. Yeah, hit a whole.
Okay.
We have an early statement from Chewie that he thinks Batman or Cyborg should win this. We'll find out.
Or would win, rather.
Oh, I think would win. That's fair. But yeah, we will see when we get there. First, before we get to that, let's head over to the East Coast. Tell you what to expect there. We have The Flash versus Aquaman. Yeah, that's it. Moving on. I'm not gonna hype up. What I'm supposed to pretend like Aquaman's cool.
I mean, he's not as lame as people make him out to be, but he's kind of just like average superhero. But also, he can talk to animals.
Yeah, it depends on which version of Aquaman you're talking about. If he's the lamest ever or slightly cool, and that's. Yeah. But we'll get to that when we get to that. First, last one. Fair. Representing women. Sorry, there's not enough women superheroes. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that she is the only woman on this list. It's not my fault. Blame superheroes. We have Wonder Woman taking on Green Arrow. Woo! Green Arrow! Woo! CW! Woo! Arrow! Woo!
No. What are you, a Hawkeye enthusiast too?
Well, no, Hawkeye sucks, but Green Arrow is kind of cool. Hawkeye is lame Green Arrow. Green Arrow is not the coolest superhero, fair, but Hawkeye's lame Green Arrow. That's not fair.
That's fair. That's a valid point.
Let's go to our first match, which, by the way, for this first season at least, this is all about who would win in a fight. So let's start with our first West Coast matchup. Green Lantern versus Batman.
Yep.
Oh, apparently we offended Chewie. He's a big Hawkeye fan. I'm sorry, Chewie. I feel like Hawkeye.
I knew you.
I feel like here's the thing. Hawkeye is a lame superhero. And that's it. That's
all that we have.
That's the whole statement. But I actually will say I am very excited about the Hawkeye show, and maybe that show will change my mindset on him.
Yeah.
Because honestly, that trailer won me over on Hawkeye. I've never cared about Hawkeye as a character, and that trailer made me go, "Huh, all right, cool."
Yeah. He's the guy who shoots arrows.
Yeah. But Hawkeye's not here today, and he was not one of the 4 most popular Marvel characters. Sorry, that's just the facts. So he did not make it into our Marvel discussion either. It was Chewie referencing a previous Star Wars video said, if it wasn't for me, he'd still be in the Death Star. So I guess we're going to have to do a...
Emperor Palpatine voice in my head.
Yeah, I guess at some point we're going to have to do a list where we pretend like Hawkeye deserves to make it to the finals just to make Chewie happy. Uh, I want to do another one. Actually, I want to do the Marvel again, but put Hawkeye against Thor just so we could immediately get rid of Hawkeye.
I mean, that's exactly what would happen.
Yeah. Let's say somehow he was seated well in the random draw that he went up against someone where he could beat, like, oh, sorry, you're facing Black Widow. Yeah, I guess you win.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, sure, I'm fine. You could beat Black Widow. And then whoever makes it to the next round destroys him in a minute.
So, anyways, back to our current.
Back to Green Lantern versus Batman.
Uh,
This is a hard one. I feel like we're starting one of the hardest ones, honestly, in this first round.
Yeah, one of the toughest matchups.
Yeah.
I do love Batman.
And I think...
Well, I did love Batman. I still like Batman a lot.
Oh, dang. What changed your mind on Batman?
I don't know if there's anything that's really changed my mind so much.
It was the comic where we saw his no-no parts, wasn't it? You're like, that's just... I can't be into this character anymore.
Yeah. So I thought I knew you, Batman.
I thought I knew you, Batman, but
I saw
the shadow outline of your junk, and now I am disgusted at you, Batman.
Yeah, it's just like what ruined it for Will Smith in the Wild Wild West.
Yeah. So I will say my argument for why I don't know enough about Green Lantern to know what his weaknesses are, but you know who would know? Batman. That is like a thing that is like established in one of the cartoons / comics. Is that Batman has a way.
Justice League Doom.
Yeah, he has a plan
where
to
Batman
take
has
out
a contingency plan for everyone in the Justice League.
So I think you might say that's a cheap way to discuss this overall, but I think just because of how awesome Batman is, I'm gonna use that argument for this fight. So Batman can move on to the next round.
Canonically, in the DC universe, Batman is the greatest detective mind.
Mm-hmm. So I think
in the universe.
So I want to make the argument that at least for this one round, that is why Batman makes it to the next round.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I feel like that argument will fall flat later, and Batman, spoiler, probably will not win.
We'll get to that eventually.
But speaking of people who probably shouldn't win, we have Nightwing versus Cyborg. As much as Nightwing, I feel like is a cooler character.
Oh, for sure.
I feel like there's just
I love Nightwing.
Yeah,
I don't think he beats Cyborg.
There's no way Cyborg doesn't win.
Yeah, he's got a laser on.
But it depends, though. Once again, basing this off of literally one episode of a show or a thing. If we go to the one episode of Teen Titans where they go to the future, Nightwing is this awesome, cool superhero. And at that point, Cyborg is a lame shell of himself.
I mean, sure, but he's still Cyborg.
Yeah,
he still has those inherent powers.
Yeah. But his battery was dead, Chris.
True.
Alright, Cyborg moved on. Yeah, that's it. Cyborg wins.
Yeah.
Cyborg, he's got a laser. He's got a lot of other robotic things.
He doesn't have, Batman's genius intellect going for him.
He's just a punk kid.
Yeah. But he's really acrobatic.
He is.
And he's really quippy.
Speaking of really acrobatic and quippy, we have Aquaman taking on the Flash. It was a joke.
Which of the two was acrobatic?
Aquaman.
The Flash is quippy.
Aquaman is the acrobatic quippy one. What did you think I meant?
Oh. Okay.
It was a joke. It was a bad joke. Fine, but let's just move on.
It was a bad joke.
Yeah. We have Aquaman and the Flash. The Flash, a relatively cool character, and Aquaman, who has been the butt of every joke when it comes to superheroes for the past 50 years.
And you know what? Some things never change.
Aquaman's lame. He's just lame. As much as the modern movies want to pretend like Aquaman is cool, Aquaman's not cool. I have my own personal opinions on Jason Momoa's portrayal of Aquaman and why I still think it sucks. But that's one portrayal of Aquaman where people think he's cool. Typically, he's just a loser with some super strength, sure, who hangs out with fish all the time. That's his thing. If you're underwater, Aquaman probably wins the fight against anyone. But guess what? You're probably not underwater in a big battle scenario.
Yeah.
Aquaman loses, and it's not even really close. The Flash has everything that Sonic had in the Sonic one, where we put Sonic to the end. The Flash is Sonic,
The
okay?
Flash has super speed.
The, the Flash can go as fast as the speed of sound and light and all that, and depending on the Flash goes so fast he time travels. Gosh darn it! There's no way
The Flashpoint
Aquaman.
paradox is kind of nutty.
Yeah, there's no way Aquaman has a shot of beating him.
No, there's not. Sorry, Aquaman. You can't go back in time. The Flash can.
I'm back to agreeing with Chewie. Chewie's response to this was, "What would Aquaman do? Splash him with water?"
I mean, if they were over a body of water, maybe he could summon one of those mythical water creatures
Sure, maybe.
that exist in like the animated movies.
But you know what would happen? The Flash would probably still beat him.
He would run out of the way of the giant sea monster.
He moves so fast that he kills them in like a millisecond.
Yeah, probably run through them.
Yeah. All right. So the Flash moves on. It's not even a question.
Explode.
Chris, tell me. This is a segment we like to do sometimes in the middle of this segment.
Oh no.
Chris, I need you to debate why or how.
Defend the Green Arrow.
Please tell me how the Green Arrow beats Wonder Woman.
He shoots an exploding arrow, and then that doesn't really do anything except distract Wonder Woman. Yeah. And so he shoots another arrow because that's the thing that he does. And this time it's like a smoke cloud. So
smoke cloud arrow. That's cool. That's a cool one.
So it's
do you have any other cool arrows he does? Before Wonder Woman kills him?
While she's distracted and trying to find her way through the smoke bomb arrow. I'll piece this together, I promise.
Well, see, the answer is he grabs Speedy's heroin and gets her addicted to heroin, and he wins the long battle.
Oh, yeah, and then he laces one of the arrows in heroin.
Because his buddy, his sidekick Speedy, canonically was addicted to heroin at one point. It was actually, I will give them credit. Like I think the Green Arrow comics are actually like one of like the comics that like broke a lot of ground when it came to the comic code, which was a thing.
No drugs.
Well, the comic code was like really against like drugs, violence, sexuality, language in comics. Like there were strict rules comics had to follow to like be acceptable by societal standards. And then some creators were like, "Nah, forget that. That's stupid." And like one of the big ones, like that kind of like was a watershed moment, that, like kind of changed it all, was like the Speedy addicted to heroin storyline. So like I will give Green Arrow as a comic. Green Arrow has it does have credit as being good, but as a character, there's no way he beats Wonder Woman. Like there's not a shot.
Arsenal. Hold on, I gotta look up his arrow arsenal. I gotta find out what he's got. Oh no, I don't want to look up the character Arsenal.
If you look up Arrow Arsenal, you're just gonna get Speedy's new name.
Dang it! All right, yeah. Wonder Woman beats.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, let's head on over
he
to
deflects all of his arrows with her little
gauntlets.
Yeah. She goes tink tink tink.
I'm Wonder Woman.
And then
Also,
flies through the air.
Even if Wonder Woman was going to lose,
crushes his windpipe with her knee.
I feel like even if Wonder Woman was going to lose, for the sake of being on the internet, we can't have the only woman lose in round one. That would make us look really bad. No matter what, Wonder Woman would have moved on. But she deserved it.
Yeah, she definitely, hands down, beats the Green Arrow.
All right, next.
And then maybe if she wasn't placed on the East Coast, she'd maybe even.
Yeah, there's a chance she might. Now we have Batman versus Cyborg.
And again, Batman.
Batman wins still, right? Because he knows the weaknesses.
Yeah, I mean, Batman definitely has.
And Batman, Batman's got
arsenal of things to deal with, like electronics specifically.
Yeah, Batman just throws one EMP at him and he's over. And Cyborg's like, "No, my daddy issues."
Yeah. Sorry, Cyborg. You truly do not stand a chance against Batman. Because then Batman also has like extensive fighting skills in addition to his tools and intellect.
No, Batman definitely wins there. 100%. Now we move on to what probably should be the finals, but is only a semifinals. It is
The Flash.
the East Coast
Versus Wonder
final
Woman.
of The Flash versus Wonder Woman.
I gotta be honest, I don't know if it is close.
Really?
I don't know that it is.
Okay. Let me hear your argument for whoever you're. I don't know who you're going for. I think I know who you're going for, but I'm not 100% sure.
I mean, the Flash can move faster than she can see and like comprehend
Fair.
in real time. It's the same thing as Sonic. It's like, how are you gonna fight somebody who you like? The only one is like through rough predictions, but even then, he could like run circles around you so fast that it deprives you of oxygen to breathe, which is this
Fair.
thing that he's done before. Vibrate his molecules through your bodies and grab your heart and rip it out. Another thing that he's done. The Flash is kind of nuts. If Superman was in here,
Well, Chris, the thing you're missing is
Uh-huh.
I looked up Flash versus Wonder Woman, who would win, and here is a pretty good reason for why. A demigod against a kid with light up Skechers, and you were trying to say Flash would stand a chance. Oh, good. Chewy is roasting you, Chris.
a demigod against a kid. That is a very, very, very poor approximation of what the Flash is.
Okay, and now here's this, I think you're missing the most important part, though, is, Chris, and this is a direct quote from this CBR.com article. Wonder Woman is pretty fast. Her reflexes are such that she can use her bracelets to block bullets.
She is pretty fast.
And as fast as her reflexes are, Flash's are faster. This one is
Flash.
another no-brainer. The Flash is infinitely faster than Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
I think...
What is it? The Flash. He's got it's not just that he's fast. It's some power that he channels.
The Speed
That's
Force.
like literally, the Speed Force.
The Speed Force.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He has the power of the cosmic concept of speed. Meaning, hypothetically, there's no bounds to how
I really...
fast he could go.
Yeah, I really hate to keep disappointing Chewie today, but I'm really sorry, Chewie. I'm on Chris's side. It's the Flash.
I mean, if it wasn't for the fact that he could also vibrate his molecules through the lasso and escape easily, then maybe. He can be a ghost or not, technically. He can be incorporeal?
Incorporeal.
Yeah.
Incorporeal?
Incorporeal. That's the one.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Well, now we're in the finals.
This is where we find out that speed really does solve a lot of problems.
I don't know what you're talking about. It's Batman.
Batman versus the Flash.
Maybe we should have put Superman in here.
Maybe. I mean, he probably would have actually killed the Flash.
Yeah.
I mean, for sure.
Real quick, we've already moved on, but I will go back to this point from Chewie because Chewie is one of our loyal viewers. So I will discuss with Chewie his thoughts.
Yeah,
Could
fair.
Wonder Woman just lasso him and he would just be sitting there? Sure. If it wasn't a situation where it was a fight that he knew was coming and therefore could speed way faster than she could ever throw a lasso on him, would be my response to that. If she could catch him off guard, like he didn't know he was about to fight her, sure, she could immobilize him with her lasso, probably. But if it's a fight, and specifically a round 2 of a tournament of fights, Homeboy knows this is coming, and Homeboy is taking her out.
Yeah. Also, if you've ever seen the show or any movie in which the lasso is used, it doesn't move that fast.
Yeah.
Even for being a magical rope.
Yeah.
Definitely still deals with wind resistance.
Also,
to some degree.
Now to move on to our finals, which I think you know where this is going if you're a member of our audience. But just to kind of honestly explain away why Batman probably shouldn't have even actually made it to the finals, is a quote from Quora, which, yes, take it with a grain of salt. This person could be completely wrong. Someone asked the question on Quora, who would win in a fight between Batman and the Flash? And this person responded, Flash would win hands down. In fact, against popular belief, Batman has never beaten Justice League members in a canon comic book. So apparently, it's not canon, the stories where he dumped Justice League Doom, I think is what it's called, right?
Yeah.
So apparently that's not canon. So our whole argument for why he even made it this far is crap. So, but yeah, I don't know how you could really. I mean, let's be real. When we do the Tournament of Champions that's coming up eventually, on our 9th episode of the podcast, let's be real. It's coming down to the Flash versus Sonic.
I mean, it very well could, and that would be a hilarious final.
And that's probably going to be the finals. Because today, our finals, the winner is the Flash.
And probably no one's surprised.
No one's surprised.
When I told you I think there's a clear winner, when I first looked at this list, did you know I was going for the Flash?
I thought the Flash or Wonder Woman, but I could see the argument for Batman or Green Lantern. But
that's fair.
Because I think they both have power sets that could have. If Green Lantern, I thought whoever won that fight had a chance of winning in the finals. Had a chance, but I thought it was going to be a stretch to make it happen.
Fair.
And it comes down to speedsters is the way to go. If you want to win a fight, be a speedster.
Go fast.
Gotta go fast.
Really fast.
Yeah.
So fast, in fact, that you just can't.
Moving at the speed of sound. That's Sonic, but still.
Yeah. If you're Flash, you're moving faster. Oh, yeah, spoilers.
I think so. I know.
Oh no.
What?
So anyway.
Oh no. We'll figure out.
Anything
else?
But
hey, it's cool. Next week we'll do more stuff. I think the plan in my head right now is to kind of move to a kind of creepier place.
Ooh,
I think we might be getting into some
spooky.
Not quite yet.
Oh.
A step before spooky, which is we'll announce it here. That's right. We're going crazy. We're now pre-announcing things. Next week, Tournament of Champions, DC villains.
Oh,
we're getting spooky with the bad guys. Yeah, that's it.
I'm the Joker, baby.
Oh, Joker's not making it to the finals. Joker's great, but Joker's not making it to the finals.
Yeah, Joker's a great villain, but he could not kill most of the villains in the DC universe.
No,
if any of them.
We'll discuss that next week, and for sure Joker will make it on the list because he's the Joker. But this has been the Downtown Kentucky podcast. This is time for our little outro. This is where I plug a bunch of crap. Thank you for tuning in if you did on YouTube or on live at Twitch. We stream the podcast I almost died there.
Every Monday.
Every Monday at 9:30. And it goes up on YouTube Tuesday at 4 o'clock. Because every video we do comes out the next day at 4 o'clock on YouTube. Other streaming days we have on Tuesday nights, 9:30. You might be seeing a pattern here.
Oh.
Tuesday at 9:30. No, Chewy, you're the best.
No,
that's right.
No,
I'll interrupt my outro to say you're the best. That's right. Tuesday, 9:30, we do co-op games.
That's right.
Right now we're playing through Portal. Tune in this Tuesday to see Portal 2. Oh, sorry, Portal 2.
Yeah.
We're playing through Portal 2. So tune in Tuesday to see Portal 2. Then on Thursdays, we are also playing co-op games because that's what me and Chris are good at.
Yeah.
We're currently playing through the Lego Star Wars Complete Saga. Whew, it's getting harder and harder to play, but we keep trucking on because there's an audience that wants to see it, and we want to make our audience happy. That's what we're here for.
We're persisting for you guys.
So that's at 9:30 on Thursday nights. Wednesday afternoon, you can see sitcom. Nope, not wrong.
You can watch a movie along with us in the Movie Club commentary.
You can listen to Movie Club commentary. That's all. That is over at patreon.com/Downtown Kentucky. You can also find an audio version of this podcast if that's more what you're into. Yeah. All for free. Also, subscribe over on youtube.com/down. No, you have to search it. I was about to say slash, but we don't actually have a thing because YouTube's stupid. Follow the link on Twitch. Yeah. If you are watching this on YouTube, which there are some of you, also, hey, come on over to Twitch. Give us a follow. Thank you. This has been Downtown Kentucky Podcast.
I've been Chris /Ox.
Oh, gosh. And I've been Austin/Parfait. We're the worst. Well, gosh darn it,
we'll
we're the
remember
worst.
to introduce ourselves in the
Oh, dang it. This is, yeah, that's us. We're Downtown Kentucky, and we're stupid.
Yeah, we are. Until tomorrow. Goodbye.